at the fixed position when it comes to CSS. So let's see how this works. All right, so what I've done is created a few div elements, basically two. I have the blue one and I also have the green one. Okay, so we have a navigation at the top, and then also have I just a left column class that I've created with some dummy text right there. And the CSS code that I have is just, again, navigation. And the key thing to note is this position is fixed. Okay, and the other column that I have is just position is absolute. And I added a z index of -99, which we'll cover in another video. But I'll show you a quick example what that means. So basically, as I scroll things down, the z index allows me, by adjusting this, allows me to go ahead and make sure one of those elements is in front and one of those is in back. In either case, taking a look at this, what the position fixed allows me to do, and you've seen this probably on some navigation menus, is that if they scroll down and user scrolls down, that fixed position allows you to keep things exactly where they are. And oftentimes this is good for background images. So if you take a look right here, or navigations, or even advertisements. So as I'm scrolling, you've probably seen things like a navigation like this. As you scroll, that navigation is still at the very top. And that's ultimately what the position fixed allows you to do. Now keep in mind, this is based on the absolute position of the other columns. So that's how that works and functions. If you also do the background and you do a background position fixed, it also has that element. So if I do a background position and then you can type in fixed position or static position, then you also get that same kind of result. But you might want to double check that element. I'd have to do some testing with that to recall exactly what that is. But ultimately, when it comes to the divs, this is how you go about it in creating something that's fixed at the very top. So that way that navigation is always at the top. You can also do the same thing when it comes to images. All right, so looking here at a quick little background that I set up, just to give you an example, this is how you do it when it comes to a background, and it's background hyphen attachment is fixed, or top right, no repeat. So when I do the background attachment fix, you can see I still have my little div at the top. I still have my other div right there with all the items. But now as I scroll down, you can see that position on that background is fixed and it will not change. So as I'm scrolling, there's no changes. And of course, if I go ahead and do background color here, I make this part white. So you can see as I scroll, that background back there does not move. And if I go ahead and do, let's say again, position on this one, I do fixed position right here. I'll go ahead, start scrolling, and you can see that also stays at the top there. So if you want things to be fixed positions, they kind of hold that position. This is how that power or that element works. Thanks for sticking with me in this training video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button right here so that way you're notified as I release new training videos. But more importantly, go and get on my newsletter list right here. That's where I share some insight on when I release new exclusive training material.